Hello, hello there, world. How are you doing? It is Monday. I know we are running way behind 12, but you know
Yep.
what? Life is life. I got kids. Cameron's still on the boob. I'm trying to get him off of it. You know, my house sleeps in late. We do what we do, but we are happy to be here. Today, the topic is not as light as normal, but you know what? There are things that we need to talk about. How do we deal with trauma? People deal with trauma
Yeah.
differently, right? So today we want to talk about trauma, one of the big traumas in the, I won't say just in the Black community, but we're going to talk about it in the Black community as Black women. So I don't think this is colorblind, but I'm going to hand it over to Miss Yolanda. I'm going to let her lead. And y'all know I'm going to chime in, but good morning, kings and
Good
queens.
morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just the type of person where I have just literally made a song out of everything in my life. I just really do. I sing about everything, just come up with old songs. I like to switch them around because I don't like coming up on the rough side of the mountain, but I sing that tune, but I changed the words. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Okay.
I'm just trying to like, huh?
I said,
I didn't hear
okay. No, I was just agreeing with you.
you. Oh, okay. Well, one of the things I love so much about being able to do what we do, and I know my sister loves doing what she do. I love doing what I do. We find joy and peace in it. You know, with the pandemic, it just really, you can look at it as if it's just terrible, but we chose to take opportunity out of it. With crisis comes opportunities. So we just got this opportunity, and just loving what we do because it's not a set time. I heard my sister say we coming on a little late. You know what? We come on when not saying we come on when we come on, but it's one of the joys of work, being able to work at home. You have that opportunity to readjust. So in that, we're talking about trauma because there's time to readjust. We have time to readjust. We have time, to get back on, not saying that we've fallen off track, but actually get back on that track. You know what I'm talking about? Good. So today we just want to talk about the, not all, but a serial killer within the Black community. A serial killer. We have a serial killer in the Black community. And one of those serial killers is sexual abuse. Mm, Sexual abuse. We have been trained in the Black community that, what go on in the house, stay in the house.
Many of us heard
Just
that one
we've
before.
been, yeah, we've been trained to deal with trauma. We've been programmed to for Mr. or good Mrs. What's wrong with these sisters raping these babies? But anyway, we come to a point to where we as the Black community, we are silent about it. And because of our silence, I call it a serial killer because a lot of our women in our communities are having migraines and headaches. They're having depression, they're having anxiety, they have fear, the inability to love or the inability to give love, just frustrated and agitated. And I don't even want to go with those negative emotions alone, even being a perfectionist. I was a perfectionist. Mm, I was a perfectionist. I was super, super spiritual. Man, I wore religion like a cape. Here I come to save the day. Literally, I ministered behind the pulpit for years. As an ordained minister and even as a minister or laity working in ministry for years, praying for people and leading people, and was dying, was hurting. Go home after that and lay in the bed and just cry, or just didn't have any energy, just didn't know why was what was going on, and not knowing that I was traumatized,
Mm.
because I endured sexual abuse from the ages of 10 to the ages of 14. I endured uh, being abused even as a older, not quite an adult, but as a young adult, endured having been date raped. I endured that and learned to put it under, suppress it, because I'm a woman.
Mm.
Black women were taught to carry that stress, because we saw our Black men demised in the street. And so we learn to be raped. We learn to accept that. And it's pretty much to keep our Black men safe, to keep them safe, to keep them from being ashamed. We endure shame. To
Mm.
keep them from being held guilty in court, we carried the guilt in our minds and in our hearts and in our spirit. But you know what? It's time to de-traumatize.
Mm.
Mhm. It's time to de-traumatize, because we're going into a new arena. We're going into a new area. And what we don't need is hurt sisters leading communities. We don't need hurt sisters leading families. We don't need hurt, traumatized sisters traumatizing further. We need to come and be healed. And I want you to know there is help and healing. There is help and there is healing from the shelter, because it's a storm raging. It's a storm. And we don't even realize that it's storming outside because we're inside the ark of a safety that we have grown to be accustomed to. And that's being traumatized. Our sisters are being taught that it's okay to be hit. It's
And talk
okay to
down.
be, yeah, it's okay to be talked down to. It's okay to be treated any type of way. It's okay for me to sleep with you and 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 you. It's not okay. It's not. It's not. And it's a part of being traumatized. It is. It's something that goes on that we as people have been taught, a slave mentality. So we have been groomed to accept trauma.
And then
We've
that
been
trauma
groomed.
trickles down. We don't stop this cycle of trauma because so many of us, like as Black women, once we open up and talk to, I know I talked to my mom, talked to my grand, and then everyone's just like, yeah, well, we all been through it. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we all been through it because nobody's talking about it. By the time people are
Nobody's
talking
talking
about it,
about
it's
it.
too late.
It's too late. It's too
Why have
late.
we all been through it? That's the problem right there. Why
Why
haven't
have
we
we
all
all
been
been
through?
through it? Why? Why is that? You know what amazes me? It amazes me that within the Black church, that we can discern every spirit but the spirit of abuse.
Mm,
Why we can't discern when little Susie on the back row being raped by Mister? Why we can't
mhm,
discern that spirit? Why we can't discern that when that choir director, or when that usher, or when the pastor himself or whoever go home, that abuse is being taken? Why we can't discern that? Why we don't see
mm,
that?
mhm.
Because it's normal. It has become normalized. It has become a way of being within the Black community. We are not sex objects. We're
Come
not.
inside.
We're not. But it was what we were groomed to be, especially when we came over as slaves, because we were people's property. We
Mm,
were OPP, OPP, OPP. You know what I'm saying? We were other people's property. So therefore, they had the right to come and do with their property whatever they wanted to do, be it male or female, be it adult or child. But it was nothing that was supposed to stay within our own communities and homes.
mm.
Hmm. It's one thing to protect the king, but it's another thing when it's not a king, it's a peasant. Got to know the difference. Got to
That
know the difference.
part right there.
So it was really impressed upon me heavy the last couple of days. And I want to give shout out to my mentor, Miss Gwendolyn Jones. She is the founder and the facilitator of Arise Shelter from the Storm. It was through her mentorship that I found shelter from my own personal storm. I had been in a storm for, let me see, 37 years, literally 37 years. I had been in the storm 37 years when I was led to shelter from the storm. And through different courses and stuff, I had one semester left before I graduated and ended up having to come back to Louisiana. And I was like, oh, come on, I'm not going to finish. But I found joy in COVID. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You got to find joy in stuff. But I found joy in COVID because of the pandemic. She had to open up and go online, and I was able to graduate.
Hey,
That
God does
part.
everything well.
That part. So because I was able to graduate, I regained my voice back because I had lost my voice. I literally, and people say, how you lose your voice? I lost my ability to dream. I lost my ability to have hope. I lost my ability to fulfill the call and the purpose of my life because of trauma. I was traumatized. And now that I have gone through my surgery and I'm being healed every day, I can now have my voice. I have my voice back, and I want to talk about, finding shelter from the storm, because we have help. There is help. There is help. And it's nothing that you have to go out in the street and holler, hey, I've been abused. I'm overcome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I overcame. Yeah, girl, I was right. You was right. I was right. So, no, I mean, if that's your thing, do it. Cool. But I'm saying if you want a group of sisters who will support you in your journey of healing, hey, reach out to Sister Gwen. Sister Gwen Jones, Shelter from the Storm. Hit me up in my DM. And I will lead you, I will guide you, and I will direct you to her because I want my sisters and my queens and my princesses healed. And yet we want this mess to stop.
It
It
needs
has
to
to
stop.
stop somewhere. It's gonna stop. And it's gonna stop with us. Stop hiding these folks in the closet. Nah, Uncle raped me. You know who you are. You did it.
Mhm.
You
And
did
that's
it.
why you can't come
You
around here, me, my kids, kin folks, nobody. Y'all
right,
know who some people's
right.
are. Stop hiding underneath
Exactly.
the
You're not doing it. You're not doing it. I have no alt or ill feelings toward them. None. Love them. If the brother needed some blood today, yeah, I give him some. But
Not me. I'm not there yet. Nope. Sorry, not sorry.
I would because in my heart, his children are my cousins. And I wouldn't want them to experience anything that I've experienced. I really wouldn't. I don't want that on anybody. Uh, but yet at the same time, that don't mean I got to be your friend. I can give you blood and I ain't got to never see you again. I ain't got to give up a 2 pints, give me some crackers and some juice, and I'm gone on my way. I ain't got to see you. But, at the same time, we have to stop hiding. We have to stop protecting foolishness. We have to stop protecting ignorance. You
And that
know,
goes on many levels, not just with abuse. I mean, there's all
not
types
just
of
with
abuse,
abuse.
not just
Yes,
sexual abuse, but physical abuse,
yes.
verbal abuse, all that
Physical
other
abuse,
kind of stuff.
verbal abuse, emotional, psychological, even socially abuse. People getting on Facebook. If that ain't your page, keep us scrolling. Stop acting like you got to put your comment to everybody's stuff on there. page. I mean, really?
That
It
shows trauma in itself, the trauma that other people been through, that they feel they got to come through some any type of hate and shade. Like that to me is like, damn, you've been through some shit. Like your mama didn't love you or something. Like that's just where I go. I don't need to say that to you, but I feel like anybody spitting out hate or speaks that way is because it was taught to them. It's because something within themselves that is not
yeah,
settling right. They gotta look at you and feel disgusted within themselves. Because it's really, if you're just walking by somebody, that's like racism. Like I don't know what I could have possibly done to make you really feel that much hate. So like that trauma is planted somewhere. You usually realize with all these serial killers and all that, they went through some type of trauma, whether it was they're
some
sexually
type of
their
trauma,
mama or beaten by their daddy or just were neglected in some type of way.
some type of way, girl, some type of way. And I'm just trying to figure out why you feel like you got to comment on every little piece of thing that you see on somebody else's page.
But that goes back
That's
to
why
the
you have
title, dealing with
friends.
your trauma with trash.
Yeah, yeah. That's why they're called friends. Send me a friend request. I'm not, and I look, if you agree with everything I put on my page, that's what I mean, I don't expect that. But I don't expect you to give your opinion to my opinion every time you see it on my page. I don't put my opinion on if I see something on your page that I don't agree with, let's keep it scrolling. That's your opinion. That's your page. But when I see something on your page that I agree with, then I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
I'm
that.
not doing
And
mama
then don't ask the question. And then when somebody now, if it's an open ended, you know what I'm saying, Stina. If it's an open ended, if you come on there and you say, now, do you like this or do you like that and why? And then I tell you I do and why. Then you come on, well, you shouldn't. See, don't ask me that.
You invited me into the
You
conversation. Now
invited
you
me
getting
into the
mad that I'm
conversation.
talking. We are not going to do that. But yes, we need to talk about the traumas within the Black community. Those are
Yes,
the root causes to a lot of, our issues, right? When we start
yes,
to deal with these issues, then we're able to stop the addictions. We're able to stop the school to prison pipeline, because now our kids aren't being traumatized at home. They're able to focus in school. Like us as parents in a culture, we can blame the other side. We can blame the systems, but there's a certain type of self blame you got to take in order for everybody to do better, right? We all got to do better. All parts got to do
yes,
better. Like we said, this trickles down to the slave mentality. And once you
yes.
understand the slave mentality, you understand that you too are in that problem, right? So how do I wake up to adjust myself, as we say, adjust our crowns, so that we are walking in a
Yes.
different light, so that we're not sitting here like, oh, I need 101 medications because I can't deal with the fact that my daddy or my brother or my cousin or my uncle or whoever them hands were, or somebody touched me. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So these are the things we got to deal with, and it has nothing to say like everyone's gonna love different, just like the topic. Everyone's gonna deal with trauma different, but hiding that trauma is not stopping the trauma from it trickling down. Hiding that trauma is not healing your heart. A lot of us are wondering why our bodies go through these sicknesses and these illnesses. It's because you're holding these things in. We wonder why we're
Mm.
losing our hair, or why our backs hurt, or like Miss Yolanda said, you have headaches, you have migraines, and you don't understand where these migraines are coming from. It's because you're holding this stuff in. It's because you don't know how to express yourself. It's because you can't say, you know what, this person violated all my boundaries, and this is why I do
Oh,
best with them. So, and that's why it's important for us to have boundaries, for us to say, you know what, your perspective or whatever way you think you can see me or treat me is wrong. If you do not allow people to know that, then they're going to continue to treat you and see you the way you allow them to do that. It's okay to put people in check. You need to put people in check. I don't care who they are. They can be your husband, your mama, your grandmama. If it's not settled with you,
yes,
it doesn't
yes,
mean being disrespectful, but some of us know what we mean, right? Some of us are living, hiding. Some people just came out the damn closet, right? And now you out the closet, and there's people within your own family, like I said, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, whoever, who are not
yes,
giving you the respect that you deserve. So those are the
yes,
people again, you need to put in check. Y'all see me all day, every day. I check white people, I check black people, I check whoever I need to check. Not saying I'm right on all things. Sometimes I need to be checked in who I am, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm not here to be nobody's saint. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm not here to prophesize on nobody's life. What I'm here to do is give you a little bit of advice to make your life a little bit easier. Because if you're walking around, we've all, like I said, when we talk about sexual trauma in the Black community, it's funny how most women turn around like, yeah, we've all been sexually abused. Well, what the hell?
Right.
That's like, now, like, where do we stop that? Where do we cut that off? Where do we know to say, I know I'm not
Right.
sending my kid over there because his daddy was a fucking child molester. So I don't know where that got cut off in his house. I'm just saying, you just got to look at things. You got to track it down. People are then not surprised when that same behavior is continued to happen. And, you know, I wonder why Johnny's touching somebody. Well, Johnny's daddy was touching Johnny. Like, let's check ourselves.
Call a
So
spade
don't
a
put
spade.
ourselves in situations. It's just like, we tell girls, you don't wear those things. Don't do that, right? We tell boys, don't do that. They're gonna think certain ways. It goes both ways, and not
It goes
giving
both ways.
nobody got the right to cross nobody's
No,
boundaries. But at the end
no.
of the day, we're putting our children, we're continuing these chains that if we do not talk about it, if we don't say, well, yo, your daddy is a freaking pedophile. I don't know if you know that, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
did
yeah.
that
You
stop?
need
Did that
to,
stop with you? Did that
right.
stop with you? Did that stop with you though? Did that stop with you
It
though?
does.
And
It
it's okay
does.
to ask some type of questions. If you know somebody's daddy was touching on you, I need you to check their kids. I need to check
I
their
need
kids.
you to.
Because baby,
I
you
need
touch
you to
my
do.
kid, I don't give a damn who you are. Like Miss Yolanda said, she'll still give blood to somebody. Not me. Sorry. Nope. 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 Gee, you gotta keep your ass away from my black ass because none of that could happen. That's not a real fucking thing. Now, you can burn it.
I mean, you know, I look,
I'm not
I'm
that
not
close to
saying
me.
that when they stick that needle in my arm, I'm gonna be sitting up here saying I'm saving. I might be sitting up here
Nah.
praying, Lord, let every drop of blood in me, Lord, let it flow from Calvary's mountain into thee. You know, let something switch up in there. We got to have something. But, you know, I don't want it to seem like we're just jumping on our kings. We're not just jumping on kings
Oh
because we
no,
got some queens
there's
out there.
some nasty
You know,
queens out here too, bitch.
I know they started
Oh,
moving
there's some
Antoine
nasty queens
Fisher.
out here too. That's why I don't trust my kids around nobody. I got two boys. I know there's some nasty queens out here too. And you can't even call them queens. You're some trash. You out here touching babies. You deserve to get smashed in the friggin' face. I don't give a damn who you are. Like I said, I'm not that close to Jesus like Miss Yolanda. She's over here ready to save bitches. Not me. Heifer, you can go to
I can say
hell.
I wanted to, you
Man,
know, I still believe it. I still believe in
that's
prison. I
fine.
do still believe in prison reform. I do
Try
believe
me.
in prison reform.
I believe in
I
patience.
believe in prison reform.
I believe in patience is a virtue, baby. Patience is a virtue. Don't fuck with me and mine.
And
That's
I'm
all
still
I'm saying.
waiting for the day that that law can be reversed because it amazes me. It really amazes me that something that is as traumatizing as sexual abuse has a statute of limitations on it. That is crazy. In Louisiana, you have 5 years from the time of your, I think your 17th or your 18th birthday to turn in someone who has sexually abused you. Man, at that age, you still don't know that you've been traumatized. You don't
Cause
even know the
I've been to
things that you've
prison.
been
Sometimes
going through.
some prisons are too nice for you motherfuckers. So as far as I'm concerned, let me
Why
have
is
my
there a statute of
own.
limitations on it? It should not be a statute of limitations on sexual abuse. You should
That
treat
part.
that like murder because you killed a part of that child. You killed a part of their hope and their dreams. You took away from them something that they'll never get and regain back. You should be charged with murder. That's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
If
It's
not
12 o'clock somewhere.
if not harassment, because that's a lifetime of
But
harassment. Those feelings.
it's a lifetime of harassment. It
But not
is.
saying you can't get over it. We can all overcome, but we should not have to overcome in silence. You should not have to overcome in abuse. You should not have to overcome in a place where it takes you to be an addict, to find yourself in another abusive relationship. Like we all been through those cycles, and I know through all I've been sexually abused, right? I've been through the same cycle, Miss Yolanda said, right? The same emotional cycles, the same addicted cycles, whether it's a good addiction, like she said, I was wrapped up in Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, I was wrapped up in some drugs, drugs. You know what I'm saying? So we can all be wrapped up in something to, make us try to
Yes.
forget about. But at the end of the
Yes.
day, we're only trying to
Yes.
forget about it because nobody wants to talk about it. If people were willing to talk about it, there ain't nothing to forget. It's just, hey, I'm going to protect me and mine, and you protect you and yours, and I'm going to protect myself physically, emotionally, all that. And emotionally means I need to be able to express myself. Nobody should be holding
Yes.
back who they are. Nobody should be holding back like, I can't talk about this trauma. If you're scared to speak about your trauma, you need to get out of that situation. That means you're still
Yes.
in that
Yes. Yes.
situation.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you find yourself still in that situation, if you need help, if you need support, you know, my sister right here, Justina Weems, is a grant hunter. We will find the grant for you. We will find the help that you need. Get connected with Sister Gwen John. I'm going to give you her information. It is Arise International. Arise International. And the telephone number is 1-800-513-2450. And just, hey, it's time to
We
find
have healed.
shelter from that storm, But let's flip it a little bit. Let's flip it a little bit because tonight we got Black Queen Support Group at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, and 5 o'clock Pacific. Yay, 2021 is bringing some fun.
Yes.
Yes,
Join
yes,
us tonight. We're not going to keep you too long, but join us tonight. That's right. You heard it. Black Queen Support Group. Tomorrow we have our free grand class. And Wednesday we have O.M.A. where we'll be just talking about what we're going to do for 2021, how we're going to
yes.
stay up certain people's way while they out here acting crazy and dumb. But yeah, we are definitely excited. Check out our website. Things have kind of turned around, switched up a little bit. So check us out. We are definitely here to help encourage our people, lift them up, build that generational wealth within the Black
Yes,
community, teach the
yes.
Black Wall Street concept, meaning our money ain't leaving our pockets or our community until we have to pay the white man's taxes. And baby, if we can find a way around that one, honey, it might be in somebody's
Mm,
legislation. So I'm just saying. But stay tuned with O.M.A. and the O.M.A. way right
yes.
here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We doing the
We're
damn.
doing the thing, doing the thing, doing the
We are
thing.
looking
And
to
I
build.
want you to watch. We support Black-owned businesses. We do. We support it. So what I'm doing is, we talked about earlier on our previous show, sister, how we both as Black women suffer from Black hair loss. Um, as a Black hair model, as a little girl, I had chemicals put in my hair all the time and had to sit up there and smile, head burning up with them Jerry Curls. But it was my job as a child, and I did. As a result, a lot of my follicles were damaged and things like that. So by the age of 30 something, I started noticing my hair thinning out extremely bad. By the time I was 33, I was in full blown wigs. I'm 51 now. So, hey, times and seasons of change. You're going to see me because, yeah, I do rep hair and video with everything. I rep it. When you see my wigs, I rep hair and video. And one of the reasons why I rep it so hard because my scalp is so damaged that I had dermatitis and psoriasis and all that other kind of stuff. So I couldn't just wear any brand of wig. But this particular hair and Nvidia, they specifically make a wig for women who have damaged scalps. They design a wig, and they're actually going through where hopefully we're hoping to get it to where your wig can be paid for by Medicaid because it is a medical issue. Oh yeah. So come on, ladies, let's pick it up.
Get
But
it.
anyway, I said all that to say I have my serum from Miss Stephanie Colston, the
Yeah,
hair doctor. The hair doctor. And
someone
hair
trying to call you.
doctor in Colorado. The hair doctor in Colorado, she specializes a hair serum that helps hair growth. So I've started using mine, and hopefully we'll be on the go. So follow me as we go through this hair serum. But yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we'll get it going, and hopefully, check out hair and video. Look up Regina Thomas, and I mean the wig slay. Y'all know they slay. You know they slay.
Slay.
You know
Yeah,
they
so we want
slay.
you to feel good, look good, and we want to help you get that
Yes. Yeah.
generational wealth, y'all. So please, please, please continue to like, share, follow. The ripple effect is still in effect every day, all day.
Yes.
You can donate to O.M.A. We are here to uplift the community in any way we can, especially our people. So, y'all, we're gonna check you out later.
Oh, you
Check
got a
you out
commercial?
later. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Do 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 do. Ow.
Good morning, it's me, Lonnie B, the gay one. Let me tell you about my community, good girlfriends and homeboys. And condition, the black community. Yes, my people are out here doing the damn thing, girl. Okay, let me tell y'all about the O.M.A. Black National Committee. Yes, okay, I like how that sounds. O.M.A. Black National Committee, girl. Yes, honey. Okay, good girlfriends and homeboys. They offer free grant classes and business advice to black entrepreneurs to help build up generational wealth and conditions. You see it, watch it blow. We need that. We need that. Yes, within the black community. Yes. So if I were you, I would get involved, okay, with the O.M.A. Seriously.
Love us
I
some
love
Lonnie.
him.
Bobby.
I love him so.
But check us out again tomorrow, y'all. Monday through Friday. We are here. Check us out. Different topic every day. We never know what we're going to say, but we love you guys always. Keep your heads up, keep shining, and stay faithful to yourself. Love
Yes.
yourself first. Once you do that, you're able to love everyone else around you. Yes.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.